So our 20-year-old daughter says this as we're heading from breakfast. If she said, I'm struggling with, if you say God healed me, why don't I feel normal? Before we get into any scripture, biblical stuff, what's the first thought that crosses your mind when you hear
Gut punch.
that?
Gut punch, man. Gut punch.
I think my first reaction was
Mm.
it wasn't a gut punch. It was more so this is somebody who would serve God honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask a question that would make sense, but
Yep.
I think the second, what was your second thought after the gut punch?
Oh yeah, because the gut punch was a that was just a personal like dag. My second thought was like, this is an opportunity. I was like, there's more processing that needs to happen outside of my own head, my own heart, and my own therapy session. I'm like, oh, okay, it's time to have this conversation.
My second thought honestly was we get to be parents who actually can either continue confusion for this person
Mm-hmm.
or parents that say, hey, let's hold space and let's actually see what's actually happening. That's a real it's a real thing. So let
Mm-hmm.
me give you guys a little story of what was happening. We were coming from breakfast, right? And we had noticed at the breakfast table that some of the mannerisms from uh, our oldest to our youngest, they weren't as Christian like. And we at first Jamaica checked it, and we were gonna leave it because she started saying like, "Oh, no, okay, I hear you." Like when you're like younger, and your parents or something, you'd be like, "Okay." Like in your head, you probably be cussing them out or saying whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "No, let's understand why it's happening." So that led to a series of questions. Shout out if you don't have parents who are saved, you probably can get away, or parents who are not saved and want to actually get to the root of stuff. You probably can get away with a lot of stuff because that conversation could have ended,
Yeah.
and that would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're driving somewhere, and um we're asking questions about socializing and things like that. We're bringing up that she has autism and she has ADHD, and her thought was, because it wasn't like, probably explained in a different way or just highlighted, was, you said I don't have autism no more, that God healed me, so
Mm-hmm.
why do I have the effects of an autistic person?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a moment from that we didn't know the breakfast was going to go from.
Isn't that how he do it though?
It was needed though, because we got to see like what's in this person, what is this person thinking, our
Mm-hmm.
daughter, what is she thinking, and let's address it. So you get the gut punch,
Mm-hmm.
I get the realization like, oh, we cannot ignore this,
Right.
nor should we, because this could be a beautiful moment, even if it's 5 years from now.
Yeah.
This could be a beautiful moment. But what do you think first as a Christian, and then what do you think second as a mom?
Well, I think, well, for context though, unless you watch some of our former videos, you might not know that we had a daughter. She was diagnosed on the autism spectrum at 3. She's now 20. I was a single mom for many years before I met Drew, or he met
12.
me or found me.
12.
12 years.
It's a
And
long
so,
time, yeah.
right. And so Drew came on into our existing life, myself and our older daughter. And what's the laugh about us? But in that, um, I had gotten saved when she was probably about 5. Um, and I had gone through, a lot of training and understanding in the ministry of deliverance, which is something, a call on my life that God has put in my life, or a ministry, I should say, on my life, which is a part of the call. And so I got really entrenched in deliverance and healing ministry for a long period of time. Now, I I say that because, like many, I'll be honest, when you get engulfed in one area, everything becomes about that thing.
Get blindsided.
You get blindsided. And
You
so,
get tunnel vision.
yeah. And so, some of the effects of her diagnoses um, just became about deliverance for me. And it became about healing for me.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. It was like, well, I wrote a book too.
I
It
read
is
the book, but
finished.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that part was what
Yeah.
led to her. Are you saying that to her?
Yeah, because it's like that by your stripes we are healed. Like that scripture was like my beat it scripture, meaning like I beat everything with that scripture. Like you will be healed. You know what I'm saying? This is not an option.
This
By
car
his
won't
stripes,
start. The car, you will be healed.
And so I wish I knew a more excellent way that I know now, because now we're seeing that while I was going through my growing season of understanding ministry, deliverance, healing, autism, what things could be demonic, some aspects, what things, and I'm talking about manifestations, I'm talking about behavior type things, what things could be just neurally, aspects of the brain, what like all these different what things could be related to rejection and pain from not feeling like you're wanted, and so you attribute these other characteristics and traits. Like I didn't know that you're a multifaceted being. And so I taught her through my language over the years as she was young, because God had given me a word. He says, as you walk, I will heal her. Now, this is when she was not talking. She was going through a lot of things as an elementary age. And God gave me that word. And so I took that word and applied what I thought healing meant. And so that meant every facet of what I see as autism, it will be gone when it's all said and done.
Can I tell you how many times where we said that to people? The amount of looks of stupidity, people were looking like.
When we said what?
Oh, she used to have autism. They used to be like, used to,
right? I used to, and I got that all the time too. They would tell me, "Oh, autism is not curable," and I still to this day, I mean, I would say, I get what you're saying, but we walk in our faith. And I think we were both wrong, honestly. I think because there are aspects that I know he has healed. And it could have been only him. Like there's so many things that I know only him could have healed, but he did not change her brain design. And that is the piece where it's like I realized I wanted him to heal what I felt was abnormal.
When actually, now that we think about it more, say it more, he healed the foundation of the person, but the renewing of the mind had to come through renewing the mind.
Yeah, but I mean, and I can talk a little bit more about that, but I mean, I want to make sure I answer your question.
How you felt, yeah.
How you asked me how I felt when she said that, right?
As a Christian,
or as a Christian. Well, I can't. I mean, I'm the same person, right? So I filter the Christian and mom.
Oh, let's okay. So when she says that, does your mind jump straight to scriptural truth, or does it jump straight to I may have let my daughter down type of thing?
Oh, definitely. Like I may have let my daughter down.
Okay.
Or I never brought her up to speed, because like I now know that the way that I was handling it and saying God is going to heal you, don't you worry about it, God is going to heal you, that has become a boomerang now of her own faith. That now was like a barrier, because she was like, okay, is he real or not? Like I thought you said, like, why? The reason it came up because we were getting additional services in her adulthood. Now she's an adult, can articulate her own thoughts and her own free will, and she's like, I don't want to get this service. And I'm like, this is a reflection of what autism looks like at times in adulthood. And that's how that came up. She's like, wait, I thought you said I don't have autism anymore because I'm healed. And I'm like, oh shoot, okay. I've gone through the process of understanding like, ooh, there was a more excellent way to deal with that. And there was a more excellent way to understand God's healing versus how he creates us in unique facets versus how he says, I'm not going to change this, or how there are environmental effects, like all these things, man-made things. All these things I now have a better understanding, but I never brought her up to speed with it. So she's just back at where I left her because I'm a trusted messenger in her life. So she's like, if mom said it, it must be true. And then that thing boomerang. And I was like, boop, 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 boop.
Well, I think the flip side of it is,
Yeah.
We've been praying, for God to help with additional services for community, all these things, and something that we've realized is God does answer us and speak to us what He needs to be spoken versus what we think the answer should be.